Yep. Gonna do a quick one today regarding the something that's I'm going to. It's a bit of a deep one, but I'm going today to have a psychic reading. Yeah, psychic reading. So I obviously very open-minded on this subject. I've obviously I wouldn't be going. It's something that I haven't been to in quite a few years. I haven't had a reading in coming up to about 10 years now. Last time I had one. So I'm interested to see what evolves with my reading today. It's also 3 years since my dad passed away. So it's 3 years today, which is the 5th of April to 5th of April. Yeah. So it's it's a bit of a poignant date as well. Not that it was planned that way. Funny enough, it's just worked out that that's how it's worked out. That it's fallen on this date today. It's very strange because while that's happened as well, but it's just worked out like that. It's over at Lisa's sister's house. It's a joint. Not that we're all together. It's a reading where we obviously someone will go down for 45 minutes, have their reading, then it's like a joint thing. But the lady is very good, from what I know. So yeah, it's just an interesting date that I thought I'd just share with you guys. And I don't know how this is going to go. I like I say, I'm very, very open-minded on this subject. I've always believed there's more. Since young child, I've always been very open-minded on these things, and I have seen evidence with other people there as well that there is more. And I don't mean I'm not on about ghost sightings. What I mean is the actual presence that someone's there close that's tried to not make contact, but just letting you know they're still around. I've seen that. My daughter was with me as well when we've had these when we used to have these events happen, which was I was quite glad of, really, because you think you'd be going a bit crazy if these things were happening, no one else was there. But when you've got someone else there and these things are happening, also happened with a couple of people who I used to work with. I mean, I'll let you know. I had quite a few years ago, over 10 years ago now, partner of mine passed away. I won't go into why, but she was still around after. Let's just say that she was still about, and there were people with me when these sort of things used to happen. So it was just obvious. So that's not only that. There was other episodes as well that's happened, where we've gone out and we've seen things that can't really be explained. I know there's cynics out there that try and explain things away, don't they? People say, oh, it can't be, it can't be spirits, it can't be a ghost, it can't be whatever you want to call a spiritual presence that's just letting you know they're still around. But yeah, I am very open on this subject. So, but funny enough, when I've when I've gone to like readings before, so it was over 10 years ago, so it's a long while ago. But yeah, with this one, I've was with my dad 3 years ago to this day. It'd be interesting just to see how what will come over on this. I'll obviously let you guys know how it's going to go in part 2. We'll follow on from this video. Because like I say, as of yet, and now this is really strange, and I have not seen this. Right, this is really strange. People that are watching this video probably that are on the page with me with this this spiritual thing. One of the signs that I can't believe that. One of the signs, I'll get to it. One of the things of the signs that you know they're around, spirits, that you know you're there, is either a white feather will appear from nowhere. I don't mean just it appears, it's there, it falls in its path, it's there. When you're talking about them, and there'll either be a white feather, there'll be a robin. That's mostly like Western culture. Other cultures have different beliefs, obviously, so they'll see different things, which they'll communicate. Their spirits will communicate with their culture. So it's what we can relate to, whatever religion, whatever culture we're brought up in. Obviously, your loved ones will come through and show you they're around. Now, as I was saying, I'm talking to you. I've done a 360. I've walked around here. I've chosen to, I don't know why, I've chosen to just come to this spot and look what's here. Look what's here, guys. There you go. A pure white feather. There you go. A pure white feather. That is exactly where I'm standing. That's exactly in front of me. Like I say, I've done the 360. I've walked around here and I've stand here and I've done chatting away. I've just happened to look down. I've seen this here. Don't want people out there think, oh well, you know, it's just a feather. But when these things keep happening, that's what I wanted to say. When things keep happening, when do you rule out coincidence? When do you rule out, oh, it's just coincidence? I was just, you know, just there has to come a point where you think, well, yeah, coincidences do happen, but when they keep happening and you keep seeing them, you think, oh, there's obviously got to be more. There's got to be more than that. There's got to be more there. But that's very odd. Interesting, isn't it? It's just interesting. You know, people say, do we live? What are we here for? You know, is there a greater purpose here? Is there a reason why we're here? A lot of people are saying now that we're here. People believe in reincarnation. People believe in what's after this, as in you go to heaven. All religions have different names for heaven, but when we one of the questions that someone's asked me is, well, where does everyone go? You know, where would they all go? Now, can you know what they all doing? People refer to heaven as up there, don't they? You know, it's not up there. It's they're with us now. You know, it's interdimensional, isn't it? That's just a term that it's up there. So even if you believe, like people say, well, what are they all doing in heaven? You know, what are they doing now? It's 9:30 in the morning. What are they all doing? Just sitting there having it? Are they bored? And they no, because in this, what I believe would be a fourth dimension from this. We are in a third dimension, which is hearing, sight, sound. We're in the restraints of a third dimension, so we're thinking along them lines, three-dimensionally. This is my theory, and many other people that have looked into this as their theory as well. When we pass over, we go to the next level, where obviously our spirit goes to another dimension, and that's becomes a fourth dimension. I don't know if any of you heard of a tesseract. A tesseract is how a sphere, something would look in a fourth dimension. Look it up. Tesseract. It's how a fourth dimensional object, how interpretation of our fourth dimensional object looks. So, yeah, check out that. This is on YouTube. It's Tesseract. So, like I say, you might all know about that. I don't know, but if you don't, have a look. It's interesting now how fourth dimensional objects will look. So, what I'm saying is our way of thinking in fourth dimension, in a third dimension, won't relate in a fourth dimension, because we won't be sitting there having breakfast at 9:30 and it won't be happening. It's different. It's a whole different. Our senses are different. Our way of thinking. It's another level. That's what I believe we go through to. And when you're in a fourth dimension, you can come in and communicate with this dimension, because you're of a higher level. A bit like if there's a two-dimensional, if there was a two-dimensional person, that would just be a flat. That would be a flat coin on the palm of my hand. So imagine a 10p coin on the palm of my hand. That coin would be living in the two dimensions. So all that coin would be able to do is move backwards and forwards across my palm, left and right. It wouldn't know up. It wouldn't know down. It would only know to move across, like on a pool table, across, to the left, to the right, and back. So that's what it would know. It wouldn't know up. It wouldn't know down. Up and down is a third dimensional. So it'd have no that two-dimensional object in my hand would have no interpretation of a three-dimensional reality. So if I could take that £2 coin and put it here, this would absolutely blow its mind. What is this? Because this is a third dimension. All this is a third dimension reality. So when we pass over, we go to a fourth dimension, which is beyond our comprehension. There are certain drugs, can I say that word? I have to bleep that out. Certain substances that allow us to open these parts of our mind where we see into a possible fourth dimension, and they're the ones that open up our levels and we see these things. So yeah, it's quite interesting when you look back. I find it fascinating. I always have done this subject. Very fascinating, very deep, and interesting. I always have done as a child, really. I used to give talks about it in school. My mate just think, "Oh, Mark, where you go? You're off on your head," you know. But always, don't get me wrong, I love football. I weren't like the weirdo in the class. I loved, I was always, I was in the sports team and always mucking around, and probably mucking around too much. So when I like some strange little person in the corner coming out with his ghost stories, but I always adapted well. But I've always been a bit offsetting. We think, something's not, there's more to this. There'll be more to this. I think a lot of us are like that, but we don't really open up, do we? Because people are like, you're going on about, mate. Yeah, but yeah, we do. So so going back to what I was saying, this should be quite interesting today. So it's this afternoon, and I'll let you know how this goes. I don't know what your thoughts are on this subject. Some of you might think I'm bloody crazy going here, I don't know, but that's it. There's another white feather here, just passing it. But there's a big one here. But someone could say, "Oh well, you're in the middle of a field. There's bound to be feathers everywhere." But no, I suppose we all like to believe there's more than this, don't we? Whatever our interpretation of what is after, or if you're an atheist, some people find comfort in being an atheist, that we're just here by natural design, we came about by accident, and we're just born, we live our best life while we're here, and then we pass over and go into nothingness. That's quite a calm thought, I suppose, because we've got no memory before we were born, have we? So I'll take it, if the atheist point of view, that'll be the same when you pass over. You know, you'll pass away and that's it. You won't know anything about it, will you? That's it. You just go into nothingness. So it's not like you'll be roaming around in a void, is it? If you believe in if you know if an atheist and that is your opinion. I've known a lot of atheists in my time, and yeah, if that's what comforts you, fair enough. You know, it's if that's your belief and theory of evolution and everything, and how we came about. But I personally think there's more to this reality we're in. Way more. So, but I think it's beyond our comprehension, and I think that's where a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people think that this reality, they judge what is after this on the bounds of this reality we're in now, and it's beyond this. It's another dimension. It's another level, another whole different thing. So it's not 3 o'clock in the afternoon over there and they're all sitting about waiting for us to go to a spiritualist and I'll pop through. But Dad's not sitting there at the dinner table thinking, I'll pop through to Mark this afternoon. Oh no, there's no time. There's no time, man. There's no time. Time is a man-made construct. Whole new subject there. Whole new subject. Yeah. So yeah, I'll let you know how this went. I'm looking forward to it. Like I say, mostly because it's my dad's 3 years since he passed away today. Like I say, that's just come around by accident. It just happens to be today. So that wasn't planned at all. So yeah, I'll let you know, guys, that you guys know how this goes in part 2 of my video that I'll follow on from this one in the next day or 2, I suppose, whenever I get time to download. But it'll be soon. It'll be on there. Alright guys, well, enjoy the rest of your Saturday and your weekend, and I'll let you know how this goes. Take care. Enjoy. Bye bye.